there's not much to do.
Hello everyone, it's Arlina from Yarnalina, and today we're going to be making a chunky knit sweater. So I'm going to be working with these colored yarns. These are from Lion brand, the Mandala Ombre colorway in the color Happy. And I wanted to make this sweater since it is the spring season is approaching, and I did make like a small piece of a sleeve. I originally wanted this to be just a pattern tutorial that I make on the channel, but I thought that the ribbon got too annoying for I wanted to make a, I have no idea what that rib is called, I forgot since I messed up, and like there was an empty row here and I got too annoyed. And since this is the first time I'm working with multiple strands of like yarn for 3 yarns and I'm working with such a chunky needle, I thought it would be easier to just make a chunky easy sweater and to have the process filmed as a like try and make a sweater with me without a pattern with me together. I might make this into a pattern afterwards and write it up, but I'm not going to make a like specific tutorial out of this. If anything, I'll be making small like stitch tutorials during this video. But overall, I just wanted to make this like an easy stockinette sweater and working from the bottom up in one piece. I just didn't want this to make like, I want this to be worked up fast. There's 3 skeins of yarn on my table at once is a lot. It's taking up a lot of space, and I just want to get the yarn out of the way and make this a cute spring sweater. And this sweater is kind of inspired by all the colorful sweaters I've been seeing on both Pinterest and Instagram. And there is a trend of making like chunky knit, like Hope Macaulay. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, but the Hope Macaulay sweaters or cardigans. But I do want to make this, I'm still deciding between a V-neck sweater or a turtleneck. I'm leaning towards a V-neck, but we'll see after we work it up in a round first. But I've been talking too much, so let's get started with the ribbing first. This is sort of a quick like behind the scenes of how I make my patterns or sweaters. You can also see a pattern that should be posted by the time I publish this video. This is the striped sweater, but I quickly, to make the ribbing to see like the sizing of what I want the sweater to be, I just grabbed one of my favorite sweaters, this blue sweater. You're an OG if you know what sweater this is. This is like the photo, like the sweater I used to take all the videos in, or even just photography. But I'll grab one of my favorite sweaters, and since we do have a swatch here, the ribbing gives you an idea of how much stitches to cast on. So I have a stitch of 20 ribbing here, so you can kind of measure how many you should cast on. I'm going to make the sweater in a round because I saw like another tutorial, like video tutorial of a sweater on that. You can make it in a round, and honestly it's mind-boggling why I didn't think about that before, but here we are. So I'm just going to measure around 20. This will be better if I'm not holding the camera. Give me a second. So one side turns out to be 48 stitches. So I'm going to times that by 2, and we're going to have our full body cast on. I did not cast on enough, and I only have 85 ribbing stitches, but at the same time I'm also way too lazy to recast on 85 stitches, so I honestly might just settle for 85 stitches. Let's get on to the ribbing. So you're also going to connect them, and then you're going to do 2x2 knit purl ribbing. If you don't know what I'm saying, look at all of my knit tutorials and then come back to this video if you want to knit along with me. Hi guys, so just a quick update for the progress for my sweater right now. I just finished with the collar of this project. Yeah, that is probably published before this video is going up, but this I just finished. I was working on this neck collar like almost 30 minutes or an hour ago, so then that was done, and I'm going to film the outro for that video tomorrow. But right after I finished, I was working on this, and it's so good to have a mindless like knitting project, since there was like patterns for stitches included with that, and it feels really nice to work on like this thick mindless project while binging some random YouTube videos. But a small update, if you want to knit along with me, I have 6 rows of 2x2 ribbing, and I finished, not 6, I meant 7, sorry. And after I finished 7 rows, I added an entire row of M1R for knit 1 and M1R all the way around. That's usually the way I worked all my sweaters for both the color block sweater and that academia sweater, since I do like my sweaters to have an oversized look and have more of a balloon effect. So I just did that all the way around, and I'm going to have a plain, to work a stockinette stitch in the round. It's just knitting all the way around, so that is amazingly mindless. I love this. And right after that, that's basically it. I had an M1 row. I just finished my M1R row, and I'm just going to work stockinette stitch, aka knit rows, all the way around until I reach the end of my armhole, like here. But yeah, I will come back to you with a progress update.
Hi everyone. So I realized I haven't really made an update on the sweater since I just been knitting away and I haven't really been keeping track of my progress and recording the process along with you guys. But this is my process so far. I can't see if you can kind of see the gap. I started making the front and back panels separately now, since I'm making the back panel so just to extend the entire back panel up until my desired length, as well as like the front panel. I'm still deciding if I want to make it a V-neck or like a scoop neck, or and how wide I want to make it, if I want to make it like almost a little bit off shoulder. I'm still deciding on that. So I'm finishing the back panel as I contemplate my decisions for my front panel right now. But this entire thing is 3 skeins together. I did get annoyed and I had just chopped off like some remaining ones, since they're all getting really knotted together, and I got lazy, so I was like, whatever, I'll just use this for stuffing because I really can't deal with this anymore. That was a process for that. And now I'm going to start with 3 new skeins or cakes. These are cakes. 3 new cakes of the mandala ombre yarn from Lion Brand. Lion Brand, if you see this, please sponsor me again because I love you guys. I'm loyal. And I'll be trying to finish the front panel, not the back panel. The back panel stood enough, and we have to work on the sleeves. But now that I see like my progress for this, I'm a bit scared if we have enough yarn for both the sleeves, because I'm thinking I want it to be like a bubble sleeve, like a balloon sleeve, and I don't know if we have enough yarn left, because I have these 3 and I have another 3 left, and the sleeves are going to be decently big. So I'm hoping this will carry us through. Like, I hope these, like, by halfway point, we should have the back and front panel done. Because I'm really, at this point, I don't know if we have enough for these sleeves. And if we don't have enough for the sleeves, or both sleeves, I don't know what we're going to do. Because I really don't want to have to get an extra 3 of these yarn. Because that would defeat the whole point of this. But maybe I shouldn't have cut this yarn off. But whatever. Too late now. This is now going to be most definitely a cropped sweater, now that I just realized we only have this 3 and the other 3. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, I'm just going to work on the sleeves, even though the holes are a little bit less, like, they're a bit smaller than I thought, than I intended them to be, but it's a decent size. We have a good amount of yarn left to finish both sleeves, so I'm no longer worried about the amount of yarn we have left, but I'm also curious about how we're gonna make the cuffs here, since I always make it cuffs like up. So I don't know how that's going to work. Like, am I gonna like make the sleeves here and then decrease and make the cuffs? That's assuming that's how my logic works. I don't know if that's actually how I'm supposed to do it. Maybe. I'm assuming so. I'm trying to make this one piece. I'm trying to make it as less sewing as possible. Since like it's so chunky, I actually crocheted the sleeves together here, which works out really well, but also because of how thick the yarn is. I'm so happy I don't have a lot of ends to weave in, but I'll show you the progress for the sleeves in a little bit. That's one sleeve. Wash them goofy right in half. And I'm making the second sleeve. So now I'm officially done with this sweater. I added a collar to it. I think, if I remembered myself correctly, I made this in 4mm, and this I finished. I don't remember if I did this in 4mm. It looks like I did it in 4mm. And this is the 2 cuffs. I still had more than enough yarn left. I had 3 cakes of yarn left, so that was an unnecessary worry. The thing is, this sweater, it is quite comfortable. I made the cuffs a bit too tight, but I guess it also fits correctly with the balloon sleeve aspect, so it doesn't like crowd over my cuffs. So this is a perfect length, and I love how cropped it is. I wish I could have made it a little bit longer since I had yarn left over, but I was not going to take this entire thing apart and redo it. That's not happening. But I finished this in time. I really like it. It looks very much like those Pinterest cover sweaters, so I'm pretty happy about that. And it is really comfortable to wear, and it's not acrylic yarn, so it's not scratchy at all. It is very smooth, so I'm very happy with this overall sweater, and it is very, very perfect. I'm very happy with this. So yeah, thank you for coming along with this knit sweater. I will be linking the written pattern. I'll be trying to make it all different sizes. I'm not sure of the exact measurements. I might have wrote it down somewhere in my notebook, but if I do or if I don't, I will still be writing like a small story of some thoughts as a blog post on the blog, and I'll also be linking this video. So if you want to read like a full process or some materials that I use, like the yarn, I'll be also linking the material of this yarn in the free written pattern down below. I'm not sure if I can write a pattern about this, but regardless, it'll be linked on the blog below. So yeah, remember to subscribe and like this video if you like more challenges like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!